Alright, let's go check in with Cindy. Remember where the exit is. And if nothing else, we can at least run over to the church and save. I'll probably call it a night there since I gotta finish this edit. Wish we had time for more, but... Oh.
There. Do you smell that?
Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
Hell yeah. Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
What do you smell? The first thing that strikes you is the overwhelming brine. You imagine yourself underwater, a 100-legged arthropod scuttling along the murky silt at the bottom of the sea. But then the unmistakable reek of seagull shit hits you, buoyed along on the air currents. An acrid melody atop moldy...
Yeah, I imagine it doesn't get cleaned up too much around here.
Fuel oil.
Everything in order, detective?
Working on developing my political consciousness.
You're developing your... You know what? I just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex.
Okay, I was gonna talk with her anyway.
And it's coming from that balcony up there.
You mean from Sydney?
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
Let's go. Alright. Oh, I wanted to check that that weird shutter too.
Give me a moment.
Before we peace out entirely. That was in the abandoned building, right? I think so. Or wait, this is the wrong way. Although we could check in over here. Oh. Let's have a chat.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Alright, Piss, F-Slur, and Fuck the World send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
How's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
The cult of Mama Dakwa?
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshot.
Oh, maybe this ties into the club project.
The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Sounds fun.
She's making a valiant effort to come off as a nihilist, but she's really just an angry little commie. No wonder she was talking about the streets flowing red. That's what happened during the revolution.
So, what's it like being a skull and a communist?
You got me, pig shit. I don't make for a very good skull. I like animals too much. Simians and pigs. But I'm still gonna write some damn good graffiti-o on this wall.
Her voice sounds different when she speaks this candidly. Older somehow.
Alright. Sister, let's talk politics for a minute.
What do you know about politics?
Alright, I know deep down that you bleed white. You're communist, Sydney. Admit it.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk that ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Who's Steban?
A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Do you know where to find him?
I might.
Will you tell me?
No.
Of course not.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Come on, Sydney. From one communist to another, help me out.
Oh, fine. I'll help. But first, I want something from you.
Oh?
She's got you by the balls, Chief, and she intends to squeeze them.
What would that be?
A wicked grin extends across her face.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Come on, this is no way to treat your revolutionary brother.
Wrong. This is exactly how I treat my little brother.
Fine.
There, that wasn't so bad,
Oink,
was
oink.
it?
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of. Steban's group meets only at night, in an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight.
Give me a time so I remember it for next stream.
Poke your snout around sometime after
10 p.m.
10 p.m. and you might just find them.
What else can you tell me about this Steban?
Just that he's a real communist. Not like the play acting you've been doing. The rest, you'll have to see for yourself.
Alright. That's very helpful. Thank you, Cindy.
Hold on. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Of course not.
See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
Do you know the passphrase?
Sure, I do. Steban trusts me.
But you're not going to tell me, are you?
Why would I? That would be so boring. Now, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then.
Alright. Catch you later, Cindy. See if I can't get in there with the pry bar. I don't think so, but... Nope. Maybe I have to get the key from somebody. Alright, so meeting tonight. I'll get the flashlight ready, actually. We'll go in to the bookstore. Okay, I gotta do that. Okay. Wait, why is it smoking? Oh, because it's a chimney. Alright, yeah. Let's go in through the bookstore. I want to see if that shutter smells like communism at all, and then I'm going to probably call it there. Because I gotta get back to work.
Hello again, sir.
So we need more composure to do that. There's a lot of stuff that needs composure. Okay. Yeah. Flashlight ready.
This old fire, the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Radio frequencies, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're doing some medical here?
The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency.
I thought we read all this before. We read some of it, but...
On any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to... A list of names, there's no way.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you
The
say that?
schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic radio frequencies. Unclear. You think
What's the
so?
last part? Piece of
The web is
art?
comprised of radio stations.
Same thing. Okay, it's just commentary on the same thing.
Whoever decides a list of names. There's no
So we did basically get the same spiel.
Exactly.
nothing.
Okay. Wait, the shutter was upstairs. I don't remember how to get there. Down and around. Here? Okay, yeah, we can go up here. Cool, cool.
As before, an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we can try yelling into the furnace downstairs.
Oh. I didn't even think of that. Thought we tried interacting with it already, but I guess maybe I didn't put A and B together on that.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Hello?
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
I summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled
At
aside.
this rate, maybe I'll run a little late.
After
So I
you,
get 4 episodes out of it. Alright. I see no reason to smear our hands with coal right now. Oh! I didn't even clean that out. Yeah, I don't think he suggested yelling before because we didn't know about the furnace yet because I hadn't gone down there. Oh, hi. Trays full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice. 100 of them. Oh, maybe she has the password. Candy dispenser's been repurposed and contains thousands of dice. That's realistic. Hello. It's lovely in here.
I'm Nia.
Ah. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean by milius?
Yes, a Melius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
And how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As
Sure.
she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Alright, huh? Why not? Sure, I like role-playing games. I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
Okay.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and
It
minerals.
almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Alright, how'd you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my
Understandable.
friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Well, that's nice.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Alright, okay, I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
We're all untethered. Huh. Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Why not? Yeah, I'm a star myself, a superstar, and superstars don't care about money.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice? Made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet, to complement your magnetic personality.
Okay.
Pieces of lodestone were used as the first magnetic compasses, from which they derived their other name, coarse stones.
Thanks, buddy.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
But do magnetic dice even roll properly?
It's true. Magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
Let's go for it.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
So that'd be almost 9 p.m. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never
Stop
saw
calling me sire.
anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off your work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
So
It's
poorly
light
lit.
here, but dark in the yard at night.
That's fair.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Understandable.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday
It's
nights?
an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Alright, well, thank you for your answers.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
I like the greenery she's got going up top. As she looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls, even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
When I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Fair enough.
Creative.
Lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into the shadows
When
above.
she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Okay. Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies
It's
then?
just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Real. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Sounds the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the Whirling's part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Well, the Whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off, and customers have trouble paying bills.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's
Oh, what?
because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Half-Light's almost as annoying as,
It's just because
What their
she's so
chemistry is.
talented that she's been able to rule the curse.
Alright, up. Alright, it's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
Agreed.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
So they might be you. Sure,
So I'm the grand dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
okay. I yelled to summon the ghost of the Doom commercial area, and you were the one who answered.
Oh my, I've revealed myself.
She's fun.
You better call the exorcists.
Alright. I don't have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
She turns back to her
That's
work.
all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Cool.
Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Alright. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
I'm gonna burn a snooze or two. Alright, there used to be a hair salon here, right? Oh, I gotta tab back in. Oh.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Regrettably true.
Wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
Not like they're not laughing at me already.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Thank you, conceptualization.
It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Alright, oh. What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customer should have been more open-minded.
Just wasn't the time yet.
She tucks a strand of hair under her headscarf. Alright, what happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who is Artemitip?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger. And that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Yes. You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out of the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Correct. Alright, how'd that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Okay.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Thank you.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago.
Such as the curse of public works.
More peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Okay. So with the broken windows.
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
Jesus.
What's the snuff milieu?
Do I really want to? I mean, we can guess, but...
You don't want to know.
Thanks, Half-Light.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
I mean, we were already, like, wrist, if not elbow deep in a dead body, so we might as well ask. Cool, very cool about debris. What's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Sometimes you know shit about shit that you wish you didn't, and you just gotta...
Get off on it.
Electrochemistry, you fucking know.
The ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Okay.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
I didn't see those. Maybe we can find something else to replace.
Drugs exactly.
Alright. I need to know what drugs he was doing for my police report.
Got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to
Ooh.
anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Oof.
Even you can probably do better than that.
Fair. I found creepy
There
mannequins.
used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists.
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials.
Oh,
Apparently,
a lot of
chitin is
cosmetics
the
are made with different bug parts, actually.
extracted from beetle wings.
Yeah.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Alright. I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway,
She looks at the windowsill where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in a bow tie. Sneeze again. Oh, I got to burn all three to get through all these, but I just want to get through this and call it a day. Alright, what's with the rotor blades and
they were
skis?
made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation.
So a rug pull.
their money.
Yeah. She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skids and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Fair enough.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Alright, I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her
They were an
face.
interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looked at the hallway, as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
Alright.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
Alright, that's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
The wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic
The
desk.
result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
That's just fan service.
Anything else?
Alright, there's a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a
The
story.
place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
By all means, I will.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
That's a little slimy.
By man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
It sounds like Freet took that over.
That does the same thing.
Yeah, what do they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up to work at all.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. Didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and
I'm
partially.
glad we didn't leave the body in there any longer than we did.
Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000.
That's an amazing
Glacé
ice cream
5000
name.
sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Alright. I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast
This is
while
Celia.
high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool. Scary, but cool.
What's a vision
It's
beast?
an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Yeah.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
I don't have a comment on drugs.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beam swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Smoldering embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps?
Okay.
I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
That's fun.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Alright. So you're telling me the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering where the whirling rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Oh, I saw the name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
I wanted to play
however.
pinball.
My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
I'm curious what Trick Track is.
Pinball is the worst.
Jesus. To any pinball fans out there, I apologize. But to be fair, I suck at pinball, so I kind of sympathize. Strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
No, it was something else. Something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie.
She looks as if she's still convinced it's nothing to be worried about.
Ugh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Okay. Actually, the Slipstream SCA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got the exact same message.
Why would Slipstream SCA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense. I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
He looks around.
Sure, I'm listening.
A few more questions about the building. A few more questions about the intercom.
Pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know? Sure,
Okay.
I'm listening.
Other questions?
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Anything else about the
listening.
building?
I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do it can't. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA?
It wasn't Plaisance.
Right. But did this person say anything?
Tricentennial.
It used to be.
It was too... Whatever happened,
Okay.
keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
May have been some sort of electrical anomaly.
Prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days.
Okay.
Sure, I'm listening.
About the same. Other
Good. I
questions.
hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I'll take a shot in the dark on this, but
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
I'm not taking my clothes off.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief.
Alright, so we have to come back around 9, like 8:30, 9 p.m. for our dice, but it's fine.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, it's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
You have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah. You know. Beneath it is just heartbreak. A pulmonary tract infection. Atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
I'm too downbeat. I won't say those things anymore. Okay. We got a point at some point. Oh, I guess we could have boosted shivers before attempting that. I know I wanted to anyway. Plus, we can talk to Plaisance to probably get some more info too. We're not that far from another level. But, alright, I'm out of snoozes. Oh, wait, can we talk around here? Oh, I didn't even check this out. Got a postcard. That's it, that's tucked away there. I don't know if I saw these blank spots before. Alright, okay, that's all part of the radio thing. Alright, we're gonna save there, because... Actually, I'm going to have to let the ad roll, so... We'll roll it. I'll do like 1 or 2 more things to round out to 4.5 hours, then we'll be right back. Alright, I think what we'll do to wrap up is I'll go talk to Plaisance like they were telling me to. Also, yeah, I don't remember seeing any taxidermy. If something remains, we might be able to give it to Gart to get him to fuck off. Last pass here. Over here. That's just the way up. Actually, can we check the fridge for anything else? The body's out of it?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Oh. Oh yeah, we never found our way into there. There's got to be another way down here. Which honestly might be connected to the, unless this leads around and I just never went here. No.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker. 2 cables are plugged in an electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Did I not use that? Oh, okay, that just leads us out here. Oh, so can I go in and out that way now? I feel like a dumbass. Alright, oh yeah, Plaisance. I'll put the flashlight away eventually.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Okay. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she is a novelty dice maker.
Novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight.
Oh,
A
damn.
drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Nah. She says there's no curse because there are too many inconsistencies.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort.
Persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now.
Because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse.
Red blotches appear on her
I
skin.
see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please,
Well,
do buy some
we did
books,
investigate.
or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pen away in her blouse. Well, you're gonna be that way, you're gonna be that way. Give me more interfacing, I guess. More composure. I don't know if can I get more composure? Oh yeah, we can. Okay, yeah, we'll do composure because I have a couple of those that, or a couple rolls that I still need that for.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Whatever, she's kind of an asshole.
Another way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Yep.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Farewell for now, book peddler. Okay. We got a new postcard. I wanted to see what that was. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes. Overhead, the ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into beige and midday mist, vaporizing from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. Okay. Alright. Get organized. We ran the number and followed up on that. Alright, I know composure. Oh, that's right, yeah, we do Annette's thing. She's right outside. And then there was the mysterious guy. No, I don't want... I want flashlight off. There we go. We'll take a crack at it, why not?
Hello again, sir.
Oh, yeah, much better now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
You can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands,
Oh,
her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
you bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Oh, there were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. Got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Alright. I hope this entertained you.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Okay. You think so? Fine. Do better. To do something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
Alright.
It takes effort.
Wait. How do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
Okay. I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing.
Okay. Suggestion. I'll go for it.
Because you know each other.
We nailed it.
She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
She sways back and forth on her feet.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
What do you mean better? I look like shit. Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Gurning?
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Okay. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay. Okay, see you around. Cool. Alright, what was that quest with Joyce? Maybe didn't roll back over yet. Oh, we got composure. We can do the clothes thing again too. Okay. Oh, I guess it did disappear from the map because we bought it. It's okay. It's on the list, but we can't do it because yeah. Oh, esprit de corps. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna push that. Conceptualization. This is I can buff later, I think. I don't know if I have slots left for that, actually. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we should dump some into that. Alright, let's go to the... Etched in the wood, barely visible. Remember the rest is lost of time. I think where the access point to that basement would be. I doubt I can crawl through a vent. I might be able to do the sandwich check again. But again, I can't hang around too long. Alright, yeah, let's rifle through the box again.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
We almost have enough for the Fallens, though.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Let's go.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Sure.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
More composure from that, too. Okay. I'll buy it.
Prepare for springtime, right?
The street vendor seems pleased. Honestly, the itchy pants are cheap enough, I might as well grab them.
Officer.
Trying to think where I would use the half-light, though. Yeah, we need to save money for shoes. Alright. If the mysterious guy's in here, we'll throw the windbreaker on and take a crack at it. Yeah, there he is. Okay, I gotta read the description of this. This is great. Alright. Itch rage. These your pants are like, these pants make you angry. Good lord, these pants are uncomfortable. Punch someone in the face. They're striped and calf length too. Tight around the thighs, loose around the waist. The worst case. Too loose around the waist. The worst case scenario. Alright. This nylon wind cheater is so dynamic. It wraps around you like a membrane. Equipped with a stowable hood. Oh god, I remember stowable hoods. The backside of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. Push this softly as you walk. I feel like I look awful, but whatever.
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
Thanks, physical instrument.
This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
I mean, come on. You can't set that up for me and not have it. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual
I
underground?
love to hear it said back. The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night? What about Gay Sex Thursdays?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
He lowers his voice conspiratorially and looks around. But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage.
I love this man's homosexual agenda.
Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
I love how it says try to back off. Does that have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous,
hilarious.
ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
He circles his hands around you.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. Okay, I have to think about it.
Do think about it, officer.
He starts laughing and leans back against the counter. This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
A man
You
like
best
you
believe we are about to go
is
thinking about the
such a
homosexual underground.
day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasm erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Do I have any points? Not yet. 74. We got to get this thought started because I'm going to forget otherwise. All right.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer.
Let's go for the sandwich.
I had the citizens' militia on this fine day.
I forgot rhetoric was part of that one.
A man so
Nope.
principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
I'm already tripping knee deep in politics, baby.
Now, unleash the fury.
There really isn't anything else I could say.
You're gonna starve to death.
Back to police mode.
Let's hear them, officer.
Damn, so close. I'm putting the other jacket back on. I keep forgetting it's brown because it looked yellow on the guy while they were waiting outside. Okay. Actually, let's check the pawn shop, see if he knows anything about antique weapons.
Hello, hello.
Nope.
Let me know if I can.
Did we investigate that? Okay, I gotta do it from up here. We did not. Hanging with the kids.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
Oh, yeah.
Other watches him do it.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
That's it? You're being laconic about it.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means.
Alright.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That went a whole lot of nowhere. Alright, drawbridge should be up here. We have the key, so yeah, we can probably just walk in. But yeah, church has to be where I call it tonight.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular seat, the lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Open the doors.
Rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing.
An interesting pronunciation of innards. Okay.
In the heart of the city,